A new study says slashing the Bears' property tax bill in Arlington Heights could leave local residents with little benefit from a new multi-billion-dollar stadium. It could be bad news for lawmakers already trying to find compromise in the final week of the spring session. Tonight, Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas gets to the point.
From Chicago's very own, with WGN political editor Tamon Bradley, this is The Point.
Good evening. As the clock winds down toward the end of the spring session, there's a new wrinkle in the Chicago Bears stadium saga. The team has long said they want property tax certainty before building on the Arlington Heights site they purchased in 2023. A new study from the Cook County Treasurer's Office shows right now the Bears' property tax bill in Arlington Heights is just under $4 million. The bill being considered by lawmakers would freeze that number and let the team negotiate a second payment to the local government. It could amount to a tax break worth $1.5 billion over 40 years. The Treasurer's Office suggests a move to Hammond, Indiana might be more beneficial for Chicago since it's closer to the city and wouldn't cost anything for Illinois. There's still no hint from the Illinois Senate on when they'll introduce their version of the megaprojects bill. Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas, welcome to The Point.
You said a new wrinkle. Am I the wrinkle?
No, but you've caused quite a stir by this report.
A big stir today, yeah.
People are talking about it. In fact, there was reaction from Springfield. The lead negotiator, Cam Buckner, called your report in a statement. He said it's fantasy accounting. We're going to put it up on the screen, what he said on X. You can't count full tax revenue from a project that doesn't exist, may never get financed, may get tied up in court, or may go to another state. The real choice is not full taxes versus reduced taxes. The real choice is a negotiated payment on a real project or full taxes on an empty lot. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So what's the alternative here?
I don't know what he just said. That doesn't make any sense to me. Here's the bottom line. There are 1.8 million homeowners in Cook County. And before anybody signs off on a bill that gives the Bears $1.5 billion tax break over the next 40 years, I don't know if either one of us are going to be around 40 years from now in Chicago watching the Bears play, but be that as it may, how much benefit is there to each of these 1.8 million taxpayers? And if there's no benefit, how much more is it going to cost them? We just released another study a few months ago. The commercial buildings in Cook County paid $2 billion less simply because there's nobody in them. There's nobody to rent space to because everyone's working from home, right? So who picked that up? The residences. And what we're saying here, Grimm and Dardick, who put this report together, two fantastic investigative reporters in my think tank, what they're saying is there's so many unanswered questions here. Where's the fiscal impact study? What are we doing? Really, you're going to let them come in, not just for Bears and this huge entertainment stadium. This isn't just a Bears thing, but every project in Illinois that's worth over $100 million, you're going to give them this kind of a tax break. So now here's Arlington Heights. Here's a guy who owns a home. He's paying $3,000 a year in taxes. It goes to $6,000. We go back to the Loop, okay, South Loop. We do a couple $100 million projects there, right? Your taxes are $14,000. They're going to go to $28,000. You know what's going to happen? Maybe not this year, the following year, or the following year. All those people are going to come to 118 North Clark to room 112 to the counter, and they're going to say, what just happened to me? And all I'm saying is, before those people get to my door and start complaining, or before I get the bills from the assessor's office and write up the numbers and send them out, we need to know what the cost will be to every homeowner in Cook County.
Now, Treasurer, I know you know that under Cook County's current property tax system that the Bears would have the highest property tax bill of any NFL team if they build in Arlington Heights. So should they get relief, and what would be an appropriate amount?
Wait a second. Old Orchard has people there.
The shopping center.
Yeah, Old Orchard Shopping Center has people there 360 days out of the year. They're paying $53 million. Really? Great economic engine. And a lot of people want to live in Skokie because the taxes aren't as high. Home ownership in Skokie is like really sought after. I was there this weekend. They had 87 different ethnic groups. The Skokie Festival of Cultures. People want to live there because it's affordable, okay? What happens now? You're going to do this in Arlington Heights. The average home there is $117,000. You're going to add a tax bill that goes from $3,000 to $6,000. Here's a guy that's making $80,000 a year on average. Really? Who's going to want to live there?
Well, let me ask you this, because the timing of your report is not lost on everybody. Were you trying to kill the bill?
I'm not trying to kill the bill. What I'm trying to do is take a 386-page bill that next to no one understands and make sense of it. And who's better to make sense of it than two guys who were investigative reporters for 30 years? They came in, they deciphered every last sentence, every period, every comma in that bill and said, hey, wait a minute. We need to get these questions answered. There's all kinds of questions that aren't being answered. So let me ask you something. What's the rush? Why do we have to get this done next week?
Competing against Hammond, Indiana, apparently. They passed legislation.
That's a no-compete situation. What are you going to do? Send the Bears out to Hammond, Indiana and tell them, listen, while you play, you're going to wear a mask? They wouldn't even put a playground there because it's so toxic. Where's the joke here? Who's going to Hammond, Indiana? You're going to put... That's like saying to my daughter, you're getting married and you know what? You're going to wear a potato sack instead of a gown. Really? You're going to take a world-class team and put them on a garbage dump? Really? Where's the threat?
Well, let me ask you this, because the Bears don't pay anything on Soldier Field in terms of property taxes. That your report says it'd be $53 million from the Arlington Heights. I mean, that is revenue that is raised that the state otherwise would not get.
You know what? Let me just say something. This is not a Bears proposal. This is a multi-million-dollar entertainment complex that George Hallis was looking at in the 60s and 70s. They've been eyeing Arlington Heights since Truman left office. Give me a break.
I see. All right. Well, Governor Pritzker's office put out a statement, and I want to read to you what his spokesperson said. From the beginning, Governor Pritzker's North Star has been protecting taxpayers. Pilot is a tool used by dozens of states to give local governments leverage, create long-term certainty, and ensure communities have a seat at the table. Large-scale projects can create jobs and broader economic opportunity, but they also give communities the ability to shape agreements around local priorities, whether that is infrastructure improvement, workforce commitments, public safety investments, or other community benefits. Governor Pritzker will continue making sure taxpayers remain at the forefront of these discussions and that Illinoisans get the strongest deal possible. I mean, it's true that other states have pilot programs like this to try to attract businesses. So Illinois is at a disadvantage competing against other states that offer incentives to build.
Look, the Chicago Bears are the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears aren't going to California. They're not going to Louisiana. They're not going to Kentucky. It's a Chicago team, okay? So what we need to do is we need to take into consideration that around the Chicago Bears and around every game are all these little homeowners who go there and rah, 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 and sit there during halftime and enjoy the games and don't want to get stuck.
Well, Treasurer, let me ask you this, because if you were mayor, see what I did there?
Yeah.
A little shift of topics. Would you support the team moving to Hammond? I guess you said
no,
we'd have to
win. No, if I was mayor, I wouldn't let him leave.
Your report says that there would be economic benefit. So which is the better site, Arlington Heights or Hammond, Indiana?
Neither. It is Chicago. This thing you got to put the brakes on this, stop all this nonsense, and get it back in Chicago. This is a Chicago team. It needs to stay in Chicago. We need to cut the very best deal that we can to keep it here. And then you say, oh, there's no other place to put it in Chicago. Really? You've got an entire county of Cook. You're telling me we don't have enough land here someplace in the city of Chicago that we can't put this team and create a stadium? That just simply isn't true. Look at what just happened with fire. The fire stadium that's going up. Really? We can't. The entire city of Chicago, think about this, all the brains, all the King's horses, and all the King's men can't figure out where to put the Bears? Seriously? Give me a break.
Let me ask you this, since you're thinking about running for mayor.
Yeah.
The Memorial Day weekend was somewhat violent across the city. There were teen takeovers. There were officers that were struck by a car. Mayor Brandon Johnson says that those overall violence numbers are coming down. How could you do better?
You know what? Let me tell you something. You can talk about all the numbers going down, and this is going down, and this is going down, and that's going down, but you know what? People are afraid. I know a lot of people are afraid to go out at night and walk their dog, let alone go out on their own. Give me a break. What's going down? Fear's going up. Fear's going up. People are afraid to go out. I don't care which neighborhood you're in. And you know what? Let me tell you something. we're going to take your car if you're drag racing under Wacker Drive, and we'll give it back to you after 30 days. I'm going to sign an executive order. I'm going to keep the car. You're not going to get it back. And I'm going to hold your parents liable. You can't run around and have lawlessness in this city.
I got about 30 seconds left.
You got any kids?
How much? I do. I have two. How much money do you need to be competitive in the race for mayor? And when will you make that sort of formal announcement? I think we're waiting on an official announcement.
You know what? I can't announce yet because I have two great radio programs. I have WVON, Black Houses Matter. I've given back $400 million. I have Latino Houses Matter. I've given back $200 million. Why would I formally announce now and have to give up my two radio programs? So I'm in. The whole world knows I'm in. I'm not getting out. I will tell you my phrase. You want a phrase?
Go for it.
This is my phrase for the mayor's race. You ready?
Go for it.
Your IQ has to be higher than your body temperature if you want to be mayor of the city of Chicago.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll chew on that for a while. Thank you for the honest answer. Good to see you. Really appreciate it.
Keep the Bears in the city.
What a study. You've caused quite a stir.
Okay.
All right. We are back in 60 seconds. TV. Tonight, a tip of the hat to former Chicago Mayor and Ambassador Rahm Emanuel, who is almost alone already and running in the 2028 presidential primary. Now, technically, he's only thinking about it, but look at this video and see if you don't think it's a campaign ad.
There are three doors a child walks through that are most important doors of their life. The front door of the home, front door of the school, and the front door of the place of worship. And if one of those doors is closed, it will determine the development and education of that child.
Next week, Emanuel is embarking on a bike tour of New Hampshire. He'll ride 110 miles over 3 days. He's basically camped out there, running for president, though not officially. And that is the point. Michael Matera is back with more news tonight at 9, including a sit-down interview with Obama Foundation CEO Valerie Jarrett. Good night.